this video is going to be about the witch's bottle and how and when to do it. First, I'll tell you when to do it. I would recommend that you do it either the first full moon after you move in, or if you're already in your residence, to do it the full moon before the summer solstice, which would be this coming Sunday. So, yay, perfect timing. So anyway, the things that you're going to need for this spell is a large, wide-mouthed jar. This is a pint jar. You can also use a quart jar if you'd like. You're going to need a penny or a piece of money from your country, a piece of glass, a rusty bent nail, and something sparkly or shiny. I chose a piece of citrine because it's my favorite. You can also use a piece of mirror. Your working candle. You're going to need some herbs. Some examples that I'm using today are sage, parsley, rosemary, thyme, echinacea, and then you also want some sea salt to use for purification. And you also want a shovel so that you can dig in the dirt. Now this I got from Marion Weinstein's Earth Magic, and she got it from Selena Fox, who is absolutely amazing. Selena Fox is one of the people that I really resonate with when I read her stuff and go to her website and everything. It's just awesome. So anyway, okay, after you get everything together, I would recommend putting it in some type of a basket or carrying something, because you're going to need to do this at the height of the full moon, the night of the full moon, if that makes any sense. So, when I've done it, all the 3 times that I've done it, I waited until the moon was directly overhead, so you have to wait a couple hours. And then I had my husband dig the hole because it's got to be deep enough so that you can put the whole thing, and I used a quart jar, so it's pretty big. So, and I always do ritual in my bare feet, so I'm like, honey, could you please dig a hole for me? And he's like, sure. So anyway, so without further ado, I will read to you how to do this. Because, you know, since I've only done it 3 times, I want to make sure that I'm giving you guys accurate directions and verbiage. And I will also put the verbiage on the left-hand side. My son keeps looking up here.
There's a bird that makes a cool noise.
Oh, I know. Yay! Okay, we've got all kinds of little, oh yay, did you hear it? Yay! So, maybe that's the goddess telling you guys, you better do this! Anyway, okay, sorry. So first, find the appropriate spot to bury the bottle. You could do it, I would recommend you do it in the front yard. Some people do it in the backyard if they enter from the back. Like I said, if you live in an apartment or a duplex, you can put it in a just potted container. And then have all of your items ready to go so that you don't have to get up and, interrupt your circle. Light your working candle if you can. If not, that's fine. You can just have a virtual candle, if you will, in your brain. And then dig the hole. After you light your candle, you need to dig the hole deep enough so that you can safely bury the bottle. So if something drives over it or steps over it that's very heavy, it won't break. Because once the bottle breaks, then the spell is done, or it's broken. So then all right, so you've lit your candle, you've called the quarters, or done your sacred ritual opening, and I would recommend that you do this with a full ritual. And since this is going to be out in the front of your home, you may want to practice doing ritual in your head so that you don't have to say everything. If you feel comfortable saying everything, go for it. But when I did it, I was kind of new to the neighborhood, so I sat here and I lit my candle and I did everything in my mind. And then my husband dug the space for the bottle. And then you take your jar, and this is what you say as you're filling the bottle. With the goddess and God working for me and through me, according to free will and for the good of all, I now fill this bottle. Earth or sand anchors this magic into the ground, and as you say the item, put that item into the jar. So then I would put the sand or earth into the jar. This rusty nail, bent, now repels anything and anyone negative or life-defining. The sparkling, shiny piece of citrine, hold the light for me, the light of magic and my deities. a broken piece of glass to deflect harm to anyone it is intended for. These herbs infuse the bottle with their living properties: cleansing, wealth, wisdom, protection, love, healing, health, and courage. And then that's when you add whatever herbs that you want. You know, I'll add a little bit right now. But to save time, that's all I'll do. This new penny manifests abundance in this, my home. These whiskers, feathers, etc., whatever it is that you have from your animals to protect, and then you need to list all the animals of your home. My hair to protect and draw any negativity to it and disperse it. This home is divinely protected and effectively safe. Nothing and no one can enter or even touch it without my permission. Only those people and things through whom the goddess and God work may stay here, may visit here, may touch this place. Only positive magic and positive witchcraft live in this place, in safety, protection, abundance, love, and joy, according to free will for the good of all. And then you sprinkle the salt in the open area of soil, and then you close the bottle, and then you set the bottle in, and then you say, and then as you start burying the bottle, say, I now bury this bottle. It is invisible to all but me and those I choose. And this magic continues, so mote it be. And then by the time that you've finished saying the spell, everything will be in the jar. It will be covered and buried. And make sure that when you first take that first layer of soil off, that you try to keep the sod intact so that when you bury it, and you know, you've put a large amount of soil into the jar, so there shouldn't be very much of a mound you know, in the area that you've buried. And this will be truly invisible if you know, make sure that you put the sod back, and then also maybe sprinkle some leaves or some freshly cut grass or something, so it kind of covers up that area. And then also see if you can water that area as well, because you know, since the earth has been disturbed, it will obviously need a little extra nurturing and a little extra care so that the grass continues to grow. Otherwise you're going to have like a brown spot and people are going to go, what's up with that? So this way it will truly be invisible. And also, you can also give cornmeal or something, since you are disturbing a plant. I mean, grass is a plant that so many people overlook. Grass is good for protection because it makes so many seeds. If you know, like you let grass grow for a while, seeds will just pop up everywhere. So grass is a very good protective plant that a lot of people don't utilize that they really should. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this this how-to video about how to do a witch's bottle. Yeah, okay. Leave your comments, subscribe. Blessed be. Bye-bye. See you next time.